All right, ZestFesters, thank you for joining us back here at the Celebrity Chef stage. Still plenty of room, obviously. Come on back and enjoy it. Let me tell you a little bit about the woman that you see before you. ZestFest, I think this is our 14th year. I think it's 14 years that I've been doing this, that I've been lucky enough to come out to the Metroplex and do ZestFest. But for 10 years, Chef Dana has been our stage manager. And by that, every bit of food that you see on the Celebrity Chef stage, from John Bunnell to Sean O'Neill to L'Oreal Gavin to every chef that you've ever seen on stage, Dana's the one that gets everything ready and makes them look good. But she is also a personal chef herself and is an amazing chef. Dana herself is a cancer survivor. She'll tell you all about that. She is also a personal chef for special dietary needs for patients like her. It's a great story. So she's more than just someone you see running around here at ZestFest taking care of things. She's an incredible chef and an even more incredible person. Would you please welcome Chef Dana Cranfill? Dana?
Hello, everybody. Happy 2020. I started in 2010 and was bald at the time and had a flaming red bandana around my head and just got busy and learned how to do this. I have heard this. Vegan tacos? Who eats vegan tacos? What do you make vegan tacos out of? And I promise you that you will not miss the meat. I have learned in being a patient that I have to eat a plant-based diet in order to keep my cancer at bay. I will have cancer from now on, but it's working, and I will tell you, it is working. I got good news this week, and you know, you can laugh all you want, but I dare you to try it. So I always start most of my days with some kind of smoothie, and since we're having tacos and we're not having a margarita, I thought we could do something spicy. So I'm going to make just a good old mango smoothie, and there's no wrong way to make a smoothie. People say, how do you make a smoothie? Just pour stuff in the blender and blend it. That's what I do. I probably have never eaten the same way twice. But today I'm going to use pineapple, mango, and ginger. And ginger is always good for your stomach. So I got a major ginger today, and if you ever have if you don't know what to do with ginger, just take your spoon out and just peel that skin off. It comes off just as easy as pie, and a little ginger goes a long way. I'm not going to put this whole thing in there, I promise you. Ginger is spicy. It's good for your stomach. It helps with inflammation, and all Americans deal with inflammation because of the amount of processed foods that we eat. So I'm just going to cut a big old chunk of ginger and stick that in there. Mangoes and pineapple have tons of fiber, so that's why I choose those. And I'm going to use a little bit of coconut milk, pour that in. Coconut water is great for hydration. It's way better for you than a Gatorade. It has all of your electrolytes, plus it actually helps the fluid get to your fingers and your toes instead of straight to your digestion. And that's part of why we're so dehydrated, is because we are drinking the wrong kind of water. And I won't go into that. So I'm just going to zhuzh this up, so hang on. And then I'm just going to squeeze some lime in it. When I'm at home, I just use lime essential oil, and one drop goes a long way. So this is just a little bit of lime. And then, because it's ZestFest, how many of y'all have eaten the dried mango that's covered in chili? It is wonderful. You'll make your mouth sore eating it because it will tear up your mouth, but it is wonderful. So I'm going to add, Chili Nilly has a booth down there, and we sampled some of her stuff, and it's really good. It's smoky. So I'm going to put her chili powder in here. You need to go by, and she is also a vegan, so she's interested in what I'm doing this afternoon. And we're just going to, and that's it. I will tell you the best blender in the whole wide world is your Vitamix. Cost an arm and a leg, yes it does, but sometimes it's the only thing I use. I don't use my oven as much as I use that thing. Here's the rest of the smoothie, sweetie. I have to introduce some of my favorite people in the whole wide world. If you haven't been over to see Canines for Vets, they've got two of the most beautiful dogs in the world, and Greg was kind enough to donate a set of knives in order for a raffle so that they can make money for the soldiers that have come back home that may have PTSD. Some of them are injured, some of them are missing limbs, but they teach these young men and women how to train their dogs, and these are puppies. They have not had these two very long, and so go by and see them and take a peek at the knives. And there's this old hairy-legged guy next to him that I'm married to. You might want to say hi to him too. So I'm going to rim my glass with chili powder and salt. I just got to make it look pretty, you know. Okay, can you fill this for me, and we'll show them what it looks like here in half a sec. Okay, we're going to talk about vegan tacos. I've got onions in here. Everything has onions. I don't think I make many things that don't have onions. And so all you do is I use avocado oil. It takes a higher temperature and does not break down. And so that's what I'm using with my onions. Pouring in lentils. It's about 2 cups of lentils. And I've got good old-fashioned organic vegetable stock. What I try to do when I cook for anybody is try and give it as much flavor as possible. Lots of people think that a vegetable is bland, and I don't believe that to be so at all. So here goes some Mexican oregano, good old-fashioned garlic salt, cumin. You can't have anything Mexican without cumin, I don't think. And we're just going to let it boil till it has absorbed all of the liquid, but before the lentils fall apart and become mush. You don't want a mushy taco. At least I don't want. So I've already made some, and Karen is learning how to sample like I do, and so this is the text. This is what you will see, and it has all of the same flavorings that you would put in hamburger meat or chicken or fajitas. So there is something, though, that I want all of y'all to see. I'm from El Paso, and El Paso is a completely different part of the whole wide world. We have a whole other kind of Mexican food. We don't use cilantro, we don't use sour cream, and if you ever had an olive on something, you'd be banned from the town. But it's taken me a while to learn how to eat Tex-Mex. But one of the things that kind of got me from being a respiratory therapist to coming into food was I had a gymnast, and those girls can eat more than any high school football team you've ever seen. And so they found out that we made tacos the El Paso way, whereas in this part of the world, you either get it on a flour tortilla or you have just some oil on some tortillas, and they're heated up, and we call them street tacos. Well, in El Paso, we fry them, and they do not look like Taco Bell taco shells. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a good old-fashioned mamacita fried tortilla, and that's just how we do it. Just stick it in the pan and let them get soft, and then you fry them, and then they will maintain their shape. So we'll let those stay in there. I've also made pico de gallo. I think everybody knows what pico de gallo is. You can make it any way you want to. I love tomatoes, some jalapenos, red onions, and cilantro. So we're going to put that on our taco when it's ready. And then avocado, of course. One of the problems that people that eat vegan have is getting enough fat in there. So an avocado is a great way. Avocado and that coconut milk are a good source of good fats. And so that's why I've used those in a meal, just to kind of teach people that this can be just as fancy as you want. Now see, if Chef Bonnell put this on his menu, everybody'd eat it. So that's how that works. So.
Dana, I do want to point out that after all of the years in culinary school that John Bonnell has been to and all of our chefs and I've been to, that was the most El Paso way to get the meat out of an avocado I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
You're supposed to, put the knife into the pit and twist it and then score it and scoop it out, and it's all very pretty, and you just squeeze it all out. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Well, that is probably not correct on stage, but that's how we do it in the back of the kitchen. So
that looked great.
So, sorry, I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. I was just talking. So here's our little taco shells. As you can see, they're taking shape, and they're not so hard that they're going to crumble whenever you bite into them, but they're still not tough because of like a flour tortilla is. So it just changes the way. It's just a different way of doing a taco. So, and that's how we do them at our house. And they still, even for Christmas, it was a toss-up because I'm tired of turkey and ham by the time I've cooked everybody else's Thanksgiving and Christmas. It was a toss-up between tacos and brunch, and we decided on brunch because we were all tired and we all wanted to wear our pajamas. So. But tacos, we've had tacos for Thanksgiving. There's no day that you can't have a taco. So we're going to turn that off. And all we're going to do is just dress these. And I promise you, it's not going to kill you if you eat a lentil taco. Promise. And what's really cool is we had to cut our own little tacos like that. I found these at Walmart, if you can believe that. So they're all having the street taco thing must be the new thing. So put a little of the pico de gallo in there, and then a little bit of guacamole. And I really have got to work hard at making these gringo style because most of my clients can't handle the hot, so I've really had to learn how to tone it down a little bit. Not that I have to for y'all, but when we get Chris up here in a little bit, we're going to really light your fire because we've got some really cool recipes. But these are your vegan tacos. And let me get do you have the smoothie? Ah, there it is. Sorry, I didn't see you. And here is your mango chili smoothie. So if you eat this way, if you have to eat this way, this is a wonderful way to eat, and you won't miss what other people are doing. I promise you, take a bite. It's not going to kill you, and you won't turn green if you eat vegetables all day long. So that is the quick and easy version, and I'm going to go back here and help Karen. This is her first time that she's ever done samples. So we're going to send some samples out, and then you come back and tell me if you like it or not. Okie doke? I'll talk to you later.
How about a big hand for Chef Dana Cranfill? And there will be some sampling over here, compliments of our friends at DFW Canine for Vets. If you feel like making a donation to our friends there, please do. They do great work at Canines for Vets in the entire Metroplex. But you will be able to sample the vegan tacos. And, well, it comes with the territory. I got to sample them earlier. You won't believe how good these are.